Hey, welcome back. We have another commentary video for you over some time lapse of some art I did. So let's jump right in. A lot of times people ask me how do I come up with my daily cardboard or the stuff that I draw, and that's usually depending on the pop culture zeitgeist, like kind of what's in the air, or it's either paying tribute to someone who passed away and sort of honoring them through the works that they've done. So like last week I released a bunch of digital art, and there was some stuff there for Richard Donner, just kind of paying homage to these people in a way through my art. Other times it's whether or not something is celebrating an anniversary, or if it's something I'm reading or something that I'm into at the moment. And this is the case for this, the anniversary of Super Mario Brothers, the movie. Now, I really had a lot of fun putting this one together, and I really enjoyed the lettering that I did, that you can see right now, playing around with the word fungus and designing all these different mushrooms and stuff. This is a notoriously bad movie, but it somehow gained a cult following, I think mostly because of the sort of backstories on how much Bob Hoskins hated it, and the fact that John Leguizamo confirmed it, and the best way that they could get through the movie was to be absolutely shit-faced and drunk. And then you had Dennis Hopper as King Koopa. It was a crazy video game movie, and sort of one of the starts of these bad adaptations. But I really enjoyed drawing this. I thought it was super fun, and that's usually how I come up with things to draw for the day, or if there's like a more in-depth piece I want to work on, I'll take some time with it. And then usually if it's something I find out about, I'll go ahead and like make a mental note, like, oh, I want to draw this because there's an anniversary coming up, or it's something that's kind of what people are into at the moment. So speaking of what people are into, this sort of quick sketch of Carnage, Mary Jane as Carnage, came from this Spider-Gwen versus Carnage book that I was reading, and I thought it was a really cool concept. At first I thought the whole idea of Spider-Gwen and like Gwenom was like really stupid. But I've read some of the comics, and the character design is actually really dope. And then there's this kind of like multiverse story here where Mary Jane gets captured by the Carnage symbiote. Anyways, so I really like that idea of like, Mary Jane sort of being consumed by this Carnage, and I thought the character design was really cool, so I was like, hey, maybe I can draw this. It'll give me a chance to play with some really cool brushes, a lot like you see a lot of splatter and texture there, and playing around with color, and really kind of tweaking my highlights and all this other stuff. So I thought this was a fun one, and I've been getting used to lettering in Procreate, so this has been kind of a fun one to do. This here is obviously Darkseid from Zack Snyder's Justice League. I think I drew this when that first trailer dropped, and then kind of put it in the back of my mind that I was like, ooh, I want to draw like a Zack Snyder Darkseid, and this was a really fun one to play with because he's got a lot of texture, and just kind of really having the opportunity to play with texture brushes and just brush strokes in general, and like having that digital platform to like vary the size is so fun, and it's so playful, and I really like just really adding all kinds of texture to these cardboard pieces. I had a fun time with the movie. I thought it was very epic, very Zack Snyder, quite possibly the top tier of the DC films. I would put that up with Shazam and Wonder Woman and the recently released The Suicide Squad. I feel like Zack Snyder's Justice League definitely falls in that top tier DC. I like the Omega Beams too. That was really fun to work on. And then this was a super fun and loose drawing. Playing around again with like paint brushes, digital paint brushes, and like really not having any kind of form. I just kind of wanted these smudges and like sort of this mass to really take its own shape and really sort of be defined with like the negative brush strokes and the white. And this was in celebration of the Aliens LK426, so Alien Day, April 26th. LK426, I believe, is the ship or the planet that they land on. But anyways, this was a fun one to do as well. So I hope you enjoyed watching these, and we'll see you on the next.